You know, I still remember that flight like it happened yesterday, sitting there in economy on this red-eye from Chicago to Paris, feeling the stairs before I even buckled in, my old sweatshirt and ripped jeans screaming, "Doesn't belong," to everyone around me. Folks in their fancy outfits, sipping pre-boarding drinks, whispering just loud enough for me to hear, like I was some intruder crashing their exclusive party in the sky. And there I was, Emily Hayes, just trying to get through the night with my beat-up backpack and a dog-eared novel. But nope, they couldn't let it slide, had to make it personal right from the jump. It started subtle at first. You know how it goes, the gate agent giving me that side eye as she scanned my ticket, muttering something about economies that way, like I needed directions to my own life. I shuffled down the aisle, sneakers squeaking, and this woman in a sharp blazer, let's call her Karen for the attitude, leans over to her friend, voice dripping honeyed venom. "Honey, did she wander in from the Greyhound station? This isn't coach class for the homeless." Her friend chuckles, glances my way, and I feel that familiar tighten in my chest, not anger exactly, more like a quiet resolve, because I've been here before, judged for not flashing wealth I don't care to show. See, I grew up in a family where dad built everything from nothing, taught me actions over appearances, but these folks, they thrived on the surface stuff, probably insecure about their own shaky empires. Karen there, I later learned, was some mid-level exec clawing for status, terrified of anyone who didn't play the game. Up in business class, Reginald Thorne, the British billionaire, all crisp suits and gold watches, barely glanced up from his laptop. But his assistant, this twitchy guy named Mark, caught my eye as I passed, narrowing his like I was a threat. "What's she gawking at?" Reginald snaps, voice carrying that entitled clip, and Mark smirks, probably starstruck, sir, first time seeing real money. Reginald waves it off, but I wasn't staring at his wallet. Something in his posture, that subtle slur in his speech, pinged my radar. I've seen it too many times in the ER, folks ignoring warning signs because they're too busy ruling the world. His bodyguard, a hulking dude with a perpetual frown, shoots me a glare that could melt steel, protective like a dog guarding a bone, all because Reginald's empire meant power plays and rivals everywhere. And some nobody like me? Instant suspect. The mockery ramped up as we taxied college kids a row ahead, frat boy types with backward caps, one elbowing his buddy. "Check out 14C, bet she's flipping burgers back home, scored a pity ticket." They laugh, loud and mean, feeding off each other's ego, probably masking their own fears of post-grad failure. The guy next to me, middle-aged in a polo that screamed, "Trying too hard," leans in, breath reeking of cheap scotch. "So, what do you do?" "Clean houses." I meet his eyes, calm as ever. "Healthcare," I say softly, but he snorts. "Nurse, huh? Must be slumming it tonight." And the older couple ahead, tweed jackets and pursed lips, chime in under their breath. "Some people just don't fit, probably here by mistake," dragging down the vibe. Their words stung, sure, but I pulled my hood up, dove into my book, letting the hurt fuel that inner fire. Saved lives in war zones, patched up soldiers under fire, burned out and on leave now. But they saw none of that, just a target for their small world insecurities. Then, about an hour in, bam, thud from up front, Reginald slumping in his seat, face ashen, clutching his arm like it was on fire. His assistant freaks, "Sir? Oh God, is anyone a doctor?" The cabin erupts. Flight attendant Sarah, her tag said, grabs the intercom, voice cracking. "Medical emergency. Is there a doctor on board?" Silence, thick and heavy, everyone frozen, whispering but not moving, because stepping up meant risk, meant admitting they weren't invincible. The mom next to me, kid asleep in her lap, grabs my arm. "Don't, you'll just complicate things." Her eyes wide with that community fear, the kind where folks stick to their lanes to avoid judgment. But I unbuckle anyway, heart pounding, not from nerves, but focus. He drilled this 1,000 times and weave forward, ignoring the Hawaiian shirt guy filming on his phone, muttering, "What's the scrub gonna do? Play pretend?" The bodyguard blocks me, arms crossed like a wall. "Back off. He's not your problem." Growl low and territorial, protecting his meal ticket from some perceived gold digger. Mark snaps, "You're no doctor, just a nurse. Sit down before you kill him." Even Karen pipes up from her seat, voice shrill. "If she screws this up, we're all suing. Bet she's faking for attention." Their disdain hit like slaps, born from that class divide. fearing anyone who shattered their hierarchy. But I lock eyes with Reginald, his breathing labored, one side drooping and say firm, no shake. He's stroking out, move now or he dies. Something in my tone cracks the facade. Bodyguard steps aside, and I kneel, hands steady, tilt his head, check pupils, pulse racing but mind cool. Aspirin anyone. An old guy fumbles one over. I crush it under his tongue, adjust his airway, voice commanding but calm. Blanket, keep him warm, tell the pilot. Emergency landing, stat. The cabin goes dead quiet as his color creeps back. Breaths evening out, gasps ripple through. The frat boys' phones dropping. Faces pale, realizing their jokes just crashed. Reginald's eyes flutter open, weak but alive, and I wipe my brow, stand, head back to my seat like nothing, book in hand, but inside, that rush of vindication mixed with exhaustion, knowing I'd just flipped their world without a word. We land hard in some emergency strip outside Paris, ambulances flashing, medics swarming. Reginald, on the stretcher, rasps out, "That woman in 14 Kesh saved me, showed me worth ain't in bank accounts." The words hang, slicing through the air. Mark's face crumples, bodyguard stares at the floor, Karen averts her eyes, suddenly small. I give my name Emily Hayes for the report, sling my bag, walk off into the night, no fanfare. Just that quiet nod from a janitor at the hospital later. You're the real hero, like my sis in the field. But the fallout? Oh, it spread like wildfire. News hits, revealing I'm no ordinary nurse, but a trauma specialist fresh from conflict zones, on sabbatical after too many close calls. Mark gets canned for his snap judgments, costing the company deals. His ego blinded him to real expertise. The businessman type who shouted I'd kill Reginald loses a major contract, his arrogance exposed in viral clips. Those frat kids? Their mocking video blows up backward, fraternity boots comments ripping their cruelty apart. Karen's snarky post? Tanks her brand deal, leaves her trembling at parties, whispering excuses. Me? I hop the next flight, same old clothes, reflecting on Dad's words, do right, let actions talk, staring at clouds, wondering if true change sticks, or if folks just hide better next time. It's funny, almost how one moment strips away the masks, but leaves you questioning. Was it justice, or just karma's fleeting high? What do you think? Have you seen this play out in your world, where the underdog flips the script? Drop a comment below, share your take on real worth versus appearances, or that time judgment backfired on someone you know. Let's chat, because stories like this, they remind us we're all one emergency away from seeing the truth. Hit like if it hit home, subscribe for more real talk tales, and yeah, tell me, who's the real villain here, the mockers or the system that breeds them?